My name is Angie Palencia, and today I'm going to present the summary of the book Wish at Coral Rock. Well, this starts with the first day of school after the holidays, where Brett and Jeff are talking about what they did in this. To which Brett responds that it went well, but at that moment in Aboriginal, boy operated at the door of the room. So Jeff told Brett that hated those people because they had killed his grandfather, and then Brett asked him how to do it. They killed it, and he responds that they. Well, this starts with the first day of school after the holidays, where Brett and Jeff are talking about what they did in this. To which Brett responds that it went well, but at that moment an Aboriginal boy operated at the door of the room. So Jeff told Brett that he hated those people because they had killed his grandfather, and Brett asks him how to do it. They killed, and he responds that they took away his lands, and he did a year after having lost everything. Brett told him that he had not been killed. At that moment, the new teacher named Fraser arrived, where the new students was introduced to Ronnie. Then he told him that he was going to order them in their sets alphabetically and joined running with Jeff. Followed by this, he indicated that they were going to perform a project about the bushes and that they will elaborate it with the person who is next to them. Jeff does not really like this as he hates Aborigines for what they did to his grandfather. When the day of their trip arrived, they left for the rock camp. I corroborate, and the teacher Fraser sat them at alphabetical when he gets to the other side. Jeff stares at some Aborigines who are painted, dancing white sticks and performing a ritual. Jeff thought it was a show for tourists, but when he turned around, he could even find his school bus. At that moment, he saw a boy very similar to Rodney, so much so that he thought for a moment it was him. So he followed him out of curiosity. But he saw this boy with a fierce look, something he had not seen at Rodney, who was always sad at school. Jeff was afraid of him since he had a spear and he thought he was going to kill him. At that moment, Jeff fainted, and when he woke up, they were giving him water. But when he rested, he noticed that they were giving him water from inside the frog. Jeff noticed some children joking for some get ants, which they ate, so Jeff was curious and he studied them and noticed that some delicious drops of honey came out of them. Later they began to give him some berries, and at that moment he saw some meaningful unknown who were hiding to hunt some kangaroos that were passing by at the moment. When they finally made it, everyone started cooking this animal. Jeff was very excited to share this happiness with these guys. When suddenly some men white hat and horses spice throws the crystal clean water. Jeff was excited to see them as they thought they would take him back to the camp. At the moment he saw the Aborigines with face flooded with snakes, and it that Jeff understood. When Jeff decided to go back to rainwater, he noticed how the men had spoiled the water, and this touched Jeff. When Jeff was going to turn around, a snake bit him and began to scream. Then the old woman escaped for some children for help. The Jeff walked up on the rock, but he felt different as his years had passed. He felt stronger. Jeff went to his companions and told running to tell for this honey field ends the he show his companions how he acted and all his companions looked at the strangely. The end. Thanks for your attention.